Alright, hang on. Alright, welcome everyone, this is Hammer, back with Today I'm doing Star Trek Online, the TOS, the original series, story arc. This is gonna be kind of a short LP, not very long, because I'm just doing TOS, I'm not gonna do any other missions. Sorry, it's been a while since I streamed. Been kind of busy. Today, we had a pretty bad snowstorm and stuff, so knocked out the power here at my mom's house. Knocked the power out, so. Ugh. Alright, I will. What species should I be? Vulcan. Let's go human. Yeah, so the power got knocked out for about 6 hours, so. While I was showering, so that made it fun for everybody. Tactical. I think this time I will go with science. It's just been a bad day and stuff overall. Everyone just had a miserable day. Everyone's just kind of feeling miserable. Been a bad day overall, so. My brother had to go to work despite it's still storming out there. Don't really have much to say today. It's just been exhausting. My brother's a little tired, dealing with a personal problem with a certain little witch of a girl, ex-girlfriend, and her jerk boyfriend, who she just simply can't get up. Let's go with Athos. Yeah, we're just doing the TOS storyline. I'll skip the tutorial.
Good to see you. Arrangements are being made for your arrival at Earth Space Dock now. Report to my office once you're on board.
Aye, sir. What? I will tell him I'm streaming. Sorry about that, people. My mom needed to talk to me and stuff, so... Where's Admiral Garrett? Nice space station. Earth Space Dock to 23rd century. Shipyard. Just in here. Find out where to go. Oh, here we go.
Keeping your crew and ship in top condition can be a lot to handle. Getting to know your way around here can help with that. I've outlined important people you should talk to while visiting Earth Space Dock. Speak with the tailor to customize your appearance. After that, speak with the ship vendor to claim a shuttlecraft.
Sir.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
I can't really do anything about that. Class F shuttle. But the only thing I can get. Now we gotta go back to Admiral Garrett.
Remember, your objective locations can also be found on your compass as well as your mini-map.
I know that being a starship captain is a big responsibility, but I believe you're up to the task. If you feel that your ship is ready for its next mission, I can give you new orders. Stay safe out there. Ever hear of Edron 4? Jim Kirk got into a tussle with a Gorn there and barely lived to tell the tale. Both the Gorn and the Federation have teams there now. I'd like you to back our people up in case the Gorn decide to engage in a little cowboy diplomacy.
Sir.
Stay safe out there.
Select the item in the list you wish to...
This is not going to be a very long stream. Just going to do, as I said, do the TOS campaign.
Hold A to bring up your Captain Commands menu and select Return to Sector Space to leave orbit.
Yeah, I know.
Hold the X button to bring up your Captain Commands menu, select Primary Mission, and then select Travel to automatically fly to your destination. Sector Space is the main overworld map of Star Trek Online. From here, you can travel to different planets and systems. Sector Space is a no-combat zone.
Ensign Hunter, welcome aboard. I'm Security Chief Tarsi. Settling in okay?
It's going to take a little getting used to.
I can imagine. You'll be working with me in security, so if you need anything...
Thanks, Chief. I appreciate it.
Hey, don't mention it. Us red shirts stick together, right?
Right. You can count on me, Chief.
Well, that guy looks familiar. It's gonna take a while to get there. I don't exactly have a very powerful warp core. Nice old school map. Yeah, we're getting battered by round 2 of today's storm. This morning it was heavy ice and freezing rain. What knocked the power out? We don't know what happened.
Skills. Reaching each milestone will unlock additional bonuses or Bridge Officer Training Manual recipes. Powerful ability.
Now we're approaching the system. Yeah, today's just been a bad day overall. I just don't even want to think about it anymore. Here we go.
Welcome to Edrin 4. I'm Bridget McKinnon, CO of the USS Zhangha. Glad you could join us. My science teams are on site and conducting initial surveys. Apparently, this place is quite the geological marvel. We're not the only ones present, though. Our friends from the Gorn hegemony aren't terribly chatty, but so far they're keeping the peace. Well, I'm sure my people wouldn't mind an extra hand down there on the geological marvel. Feel free to join the party.
Transporter room to bridge. The geological team, supplies, and gear are ready to beam down to Edrin 4.
Uh-oh.
During missions, you can select the members of your away team from the away team selection screen.
I got a job
there you
interview.
are. Better late than never, huh? Ensign Skavron, Starfleet Corps of Engineers. Lovely planet we've got here. Charming, even, if you're fond of heat and rocks. Still, it's not a complete wash. To say this place is mineral-rich would be an understatement.
Press left to scan the area. Your tricorder will point you toward your nearest objective.
My tricorder's showing some interesting mineral formations beyond this ridge.
This looks like a good place to start our scans.
Nice to see a report was spot on for once. The mineral deposits here are remarkably pure. This carbon deposit is unusually pure. Apparently, the Metrons don't prepare half-rate planets.
Guess not. Geological treasure house, like Janus 6.
Whoever gets the mineral rights to this planet will be pleased. Very pleased indeed.
Naturally.
My readings indicate there might be dilithium on this planet. I'll need to take more scans to be sure. The variety of minerals in the topsoil alone is astounding. Either my tricorder's broken, or the soil here has an amazingly high concentration of sulfur.
Oh yeah.
Mortar fire! We'd better head back to... Whoa! The mortars have closed off the pass! We can't reach the camp! Who would do this?
Look! Over there!
It's the Gorn!
Like giant velociraptors. go back, gotta go forward. Well, that's not good.
Over there! There might be a way out of this infernal canyon further down the valley.
And of course, there's a lot of Gorn on the way. Trolls are useless in this game, in my opinion.
We need a way out of this canyon, and I'm thinking that big rock up there is it. With a little
Have you read Captain Kirk's report on this place? We have all the materials we need here to make bombs. They won't be pretty like me, but they'll get results. If you can collect the materials, Ensign Hunter and I will work out where to place the explosives. We're going to...
Behind us!
Uh-oh. I'll be right back. You know, they did an episode of, oh, what was that? Oh, I forgot the name of that show. But they did an episode to see if they can... Mythbusters, that was it. To prove whether this cannon could work or not. From what I understand, it didn't exactly go as planned, so they... But I think it might have been plausible, but I'm not sure. I didn't watch that episode.
Right. Ensign Hunter and I will construct the bombs we need to bring down this rock across the canyon. That's the easy part. It's up to you to keep those angry Gorn off us while we work. You're a good shot. Well, at least the Gorn are punctual. Keep them off us! Crush that coal up good, Hunter. Not like that. Finer. Careful with that. Potassium nitrate can react explosively with these materials. Now mix it with the coal. Carefully. I'd rather not get blown to pieces today, if you don't mind.
Boom, boom, boom.
We're just about done. Done! Now let's get these bombs in place.
The bombs are primed to blow. We should move to a safe distance.
Yeah.
Fire in the hole!
Boom, boom, boom.
Looks like some Gorn came through here. We better hurry.
And there they are. Ouch.
Thank you. Things were looking pretty grim there for a moment. The Gorn. They kept saying the deaths of their people would be avenged, but we didn't do anything. I haven't fired a phaser since the Academy.
Good to hear from you. Thank you for saving my people. We're making repairs, but it'll be some time before our engines are back online. We're picking up Gorn warp signatures on our long-range sensors here.
Uh-oh.
They're coming back.
So we're gonna have to fight them.
Warning, ship is under attack. Press the right trigger to fire energy weapons. Press the right bumper to fire torpedoes. Target shield has failed.
So nostalgic tonight.
Thanks for covering us. The Gorn would have made short work of my ship otherwise. I owe you one. Slow but steady. Our warp drive is still disabled, but we're making progress. Thanks. I hate to ask, but something's bothering me. We picked up strange energy readings before the attack. It could be nothing. Sending it now. I'd start with the debris of the Gorn ship that was destroyed. There might be a clue there.
Always something.
Captain, the crew of the Shanghai were onto something. I ran a deep scan analysis of the Gorn debris, and the results are damned peculiar. Gorn ships aren't as tough as a Tellarite design, but our scaly friends know a thing or two about hull plating. Whoever fired this shot knew exactly where to hit them. Not with the data we have now, but the science team just found another strange energy reading nearby.
Why do I get the feeling it's something I don't want to know about?
Picking up debris from the Gorn ship, and some trace elements of weapons-grade plasma. Sir, I know who did this. It's the Romulans.
Naturally.
I'll shave my eyebrows if I'm wrong. It's the Romulans, I'm sure of it. There's more bad news. The Gorn are coming back.
Let's go fight them.
It's the same ship as before. Doesn't look like they're back at full strength, though.
How do we get the Gorn to listen? They're just gluttoning for punishment, aren't they?
We thought we could share this space equally, Federation. Your unprovoked act of aggression against our research vessel tells me otherwise. I see no Romulans, only Federation ships. Do you think me a fool, Captain? Most convenient, Captain, but I am unconvinced. Produce these Romulans that you claim destroyed our ship, or
Captain, I've got an idea. If we can generate a charged particle burst, we might overload their cloak.
And voila.
You're quite the clever one, Captain. Too clever, I'm afraid. No one can know of our actions here today. Your death, while regrettable, is necessary.
Three of them.
Well fought, Federation. The hegemony will remember the Romulan treachery today, and your assistance in exposing it. I propose we continue our joint surveys of Edrin 4 under a mutual non-aggression pact.
Oh, that works for me.
So there was another player on the field. Nice work out there, Captain. We'll be heading for the closest starbase soon, but we'll be back to finish our work here, along with the Gorn, I'll wager. I think the Romulans will take a pass, though.
Most missions can be turned in remotely. Hold A to bring up your Captain Command's menu.
I've read Captain
and select
McKinnon's
Turn
report.
In to report
Sounds
to
like
the
things got a
contact
little
and
rough
turn
on
in the
Edrin
mission.
4. Still, the diplomatic corps thinks your actions will make a difference in future talks with the Gorn. Well done.
Okay.
Stay safe.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Starfleet hasn't heard from Deep Space Station K-13 in a while. It's in a tactically sensitive part of the quadrant, and the brass is getting concerned. Get out there, find out what you can, and render assistance if needed. And hey, be careful, okay? This could go sideways fast.
Nothing new about that.
You are now in sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
I did not want to do that yet. Captain. That treble is just a useless item. Alright, let's head to K-13. A13 we encountered in the 25th century. What happened? We're just gonna find out. Sorry, I had a... Uh-oh. Why are they firing on us?
Target's shield has failed.
I missed it. Okay, we got that ship disabled.
Target's shield has failed.
Okay. What's going on?
Stay away! They're taking control! Don't come near us! They'll take you too! Ah! This station came from the station! Ah! Oh, it's an abandoned ship! Abandoned!
What's going on? Something's going on. That's not good.
Stop where you are and turn about slowly. I need to determine if you are infected. Neuroparasites. A life form last encountered by the crew of the Enterprise at Deneva Colony. Those possessed by the creatures tend to engage in hostilities with the uninfected, the better to render them fit for infestation. Temet, and while you have not engaged in hostilities thus far, I have seen infected employ false passivity in order to lure unwary prey. A tricorder scan of your adrenaline levels should verify your status. Scans show a slightly elevated level of adrenaline, though nowhere near that of an infected life form. Thank you for your patience. One can never be too cautious where these parasites are concerned.
Yep.
They are a life form that propagates by infiltrating the nervous system of a host creature. Through this neural link, they can compel their host to obey their bidding. They can also inflict extreme pain upon the host at will, and do so to discourage attempts at resistance. While effective, this punishment can lead to permanent neurological damage or death. At this time, most of the station personnel have become infected. While there is a possibility of uninfected survivors, I must warn that it is remote. According to Starfleet data files, the parasites can be safely destroyed by exposure to high-intensity ultraviolet light. My attempts at reconfiguring the station's lighting thus far have been unsuccessful. I am a physician, not a habitat engineer. As a precaution, I have developed a serum that can render a person toxic to the creatures. However, medical supplies here are limited. I have enough serum to inoculate your landing party and one other person.
Now there's a voice I wasn't expecting. I take it you heard my distress call then. Well, in case you haven't noticed, the station's been overrun by neural parasites. The wee devils are back with a vengeance.
Yes they are.
I'm afraid not. I'm in the auxiliary control room, down on the engineering deck. The place is filthy with parasites, so you'll understand if I don't go out for a wee jaunt.
Yeah, we'll try to get to you.
I have secured a small amount of security gear. It may give you another edge against the parasites.
Alright, let's equip my personnel with new weapons. Let's just get rid of the stuff that we don't need. Uh-oh.
Enemy targets we may be able to gain useful knowledge by scanning one of the infected.
Okay. Let's deal with these guys.
The creatures continue to be resistant to tricorder scans, sir. It may be fascinating. I'm detecting an unusually high level of tachyons nearby. Based on these readings, it is possible that a temporal event has occurred on the station within the last 4.2 hours.
That's never good.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Let's go find Scotty.
The auxiliary control station is down the hall to our right. I'm reading a single human life form within the room. The biosigns match those of Commander Scott in the Starfleet Medical Database.
Hi there. It's good to see a friendly face. There you are. I was beginning to get a bit concerned. Thought you might have been taken by those little beasties. I'll just lock the door so none of them can get in while we discuss our next course of action. Now that you're here, we've some work to do. The way I see it, we need to get to main engineering and turn on the station's ultraviolet lighting. That'll sort the nasty bugs out properly.
While I cannot attest to the ability of UV light to sort Denivan parasites, it will initiate a complete molecular breakdown within all parasites exposed to it.
Aye, she's a Vulcan, all right. I was trying to override the lighting controls from here. It looks like someone sabotaged several duotronic relays. We have to repair them if we're going to have any chance of saving the station. Before we go, grab yourself a kit from the crate there. It might come in handy. We better get a move on. The parasites aren't ones to loiter about.
Equip a kit to gain new ground combat abilities.
Aye, this is one of the broken relays, right here. That one was easy. Just a few more to go. Alright, there are several ways through the engineering section here. Keep in mind that the parasites tend to stay in dark corners. If you want to avoid them, do your best to stay in the lit areas.
Okay. Let's get to the relays.
Remember, the parasites like the dark. Wee devils that they are. I'll have this fixed up straight away. That takes care of that. No trouble at all. This one just needs new fuses.
Ah, dang it. One of them's on me.
There we are. Good as new.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Alright. Let's make our way to the last
Our
one.
odds of success are greatest if we remain in well-lit areas.
I understand that, but this is the most direct route.
Now this may be a bit tricky. Just a wee bit longer. There we are.
Alright, let's go to engineering.
Ah, it looks like someone has overridden the command codes. You best get to the command center and see what you can do from there. I'll stay here, barricade the door, and keep trying to get those UV lights going.
Alright, Scotty.
Look, who are those soldiers? They're definitely not Starfleet.
Not cool. Cook them.
The parasites, they're dying. All of them.
Salvage what you can and send a squad to kill the Federation vermin.
Let's fight these not cool.
We need to talk. Actually, the name's Daniels. This may be a little difficult to absorb, but recent events may make it more plausible. I'm actually from the future. I can't tell you how far, just that it's a future worth protecting. That's why I'm here now. The aliens we're fighting are called the Nakul, and they're waging a temporal Cold War with us. They're trying to change the timeline here in order to disrupt the future. Understand that I follow a temporal version of the Prime Directive. There's only so much I can reveal to you. Trust that we're doing the right thing here. Time's a factor. We need to stop the Nakul from obtaining the neural parasites. The Nakul ship that brought these invaders is now fighting the USS Ptolemy. Someone must have sent a distress call. Unfortunately, Ptolemy is no match for the Nakul. Neither is your ship, at least not alone. We should eliminate the parasites on the ships you fought earlier. Those crews will help you once their minds are their own again. It's risky, but it's our best shot here.
Oh, sorry, El Gato. Kitty was at my feet. I didn't see him there. I thought he moved on.
I'm transferring command codes to you now. Use them to remotely access the computer on those disabled ships and emit an ultraviolet flash inside.
Alright, Scotty.
This is Captain Seralt of the Ptolemy. We have engaged the enemy ship, but we are outmatched. Please restore those ships and join the fight quickly.
That did it, Captain. Looks like everyone's coming around. Parasites are gone.
This is Captain Doherty of the USS Myrmidon. What happened? What's going on? Parasites? What? Okay, sorry. We're right behind you, Captain. Lead the way.
Alright, let's fight the Nakul.
Something's wrong. We're not doing any damage.
Yeah.
Ptolemy has been destroyed. They have some kind of temporal shielding.
Temporal shielding? Never heard of it. But maybe a modulated ion must be destructed.
Scotty and his half-crazed ideas. Scotty's a miracle worker.
Fine work, Captain. You sent those devils back to wherever they came from. Aye, we do have a wee problem, however. The burst I sent, when combined with the power source, created a feedback pulse. The feedback is creating some kind of spatial anomaly, which is beginning to pull the station in. We need to evacuate, immediately.
Okay.
Scott here. The portal's collapsing. We're in for a right bumpy ride.
Everyone's aboard. Get us clear before that portal blows. There she goes. I don't think anyone's ever seen a station do that.
Well, now you know what happened to Station K-13.
Perhaps not. After all, it was a temporal vortex. They may well survive. In another time. Well then, it's been quite a day, hasn't it? Neural parasites, time-traveling raiders. Why, things will seem almost normal once I'm back on the Enterprise. Speaking of, I'm sure the ships here can give me a lift back to her now that they're parasite-free. If Starfleet Command gives you any grief on this, remind them that lives are more valuable than equipment. And you saved a lot of lives today.
Yeah, but quite a lot of them are stuck in the past.
I apologize for springing all of this on you at the last minute, and I'll explain more as soon as I can. For now, I can tell you that history is unfolding as it should, and that was not the end of K-13. You're building a fine tradition of making the right decisions in crisis situations. In the meantime, don't talk to anyone about the Nakul or their time travel. We can't risk any further corruption of the timeline.
Okay. So I get to lie on my report to Starfleet.
Let me get this straight. K-13, entire space station just disappeared into some type of spatial anomaly? And I thought some of Kirk's after-action reports were a little out there. Starfleet Command won't be pleased with the loss of K-13, or the people that were still on board, but they'll be happy to hear about the lives you did save. Good work out there. Keep it up. Stay safe.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
You have a new captain power available in your radio menu. Press the left trigger to show all your powers. Use the left stick to navigate this radio menu. Press the L3
We have a problem
button
at Beta.
to set your quick
Horde and
power
rebels have taken
and
several
update
Federation
the
trade
default
officials
captain power
hostage,
to use.
and they're threatening to kill
Press
them
the
unless
right
the
trigger
UFP
to
withdraws
activate
from
a
the
power
Gordon sector.
directly from this radio
I'd like
menu.
you to work with the negotiation team and try to resolve this peacefully.
In the meantime, I've got to do a little work.
Captain?
I will get to you in a second, but I want to deal with this stuff first. Alright, what do you want?
Captain, I need to speak with you in my quarters. I think it's time for that explanation I owe you. There's more to this mission than you realize, Captain. Something's not right. I'll explain shortly.
You are now in sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
I already know this.
All right. I appreciate your patience. I'm what's known as a temporal agent. It's my job to preserve the timeline. You helped me stop one temporal incursion at K-13. There's been another at Babel, and I could use your help with it. Welcome to the Temporal Ready Room. I use it to monitor the timeline. The Nakul have sent agents to a critical point in time. We believe they disrupted the Babel Conference in 2268 aboard the USS Enterprise. I want to send you back there to stop them. You'll be sent back to a point shortly before the conference begins. I'm sending one of our best temporal agents along. I believe you've met.
Chekhov.
Nice to see you again. It's been some time. For me, at least. For you, I see hardly any time has passed at all. It must be strange to see me looking, older.
Once you're on Enterprise, deal with the Nakul and make sure the conference proceeds as planned. You'll have a temporal transponder, which will allow me to communicate with you and bring you back.
Oh, this is getting
You'll
weird.
also have these bioscanners. They're short range, but will detect Nakul agents nicely.
Do the job right, and no one will know we were there.
This is getting weird. For my 23rd century.
Thank you for coming, Captain. The situation at Babel shouldn't be happening. Something in the past has changed, and not for the better.
Let's begin by using Enterprise's sensors to look for signs of our time-traveling friends. The computer won't have any details on the Nakul, so you'll need to recalibrate the sensors manually on the bridge. Oh, and one more item to be aware of. Ensign Pavel Chekhov is currently on duty on the bridge, which is why I will be remaining here out of sight. As much as I would like to visit the bridge again, two of me in the same place would raise questions neither of us wants to answer. Let's get to work. I will check with you again after you are done on the bridge.
So
I haven't worn this uniform for some time. It's a little... snug.
Well, you're older, so...
Nice work. I'm getting some readings from Deck 11, but I can't pinpoint them. Some sort of interference. We'll need to get close and scan by hand. Start with the mess hall. There are a lot of people coming and going there.
You're right. I hope Spock didn't mind me using his console.
Vulcan, I would speak to you.
Does seem unavoidable.
How do you vote on the Corridon mission?
Uh-oh.
Is there something I can help you with? Oh, should I be concerned? It was my understanding that the transporter filters out biohazards. Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
Well, let's go find Chekhov.
Looks like they're on the move. Though I'm still getting a lot of false readings on the sensors. Let's keep checking the deck. Like the old Russian saying goes, 2 heads are better than 1. Being here takes me back. It was quite a different time for Starfleet.
Oh, yes.
Head back toward the reception.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Head toward the observation deck. Turn toward the engineering circuits, away from the turbo lift. There he is. Wait, that's Ambassador Gard.
Ah, Gab's dead.
Captain's wound is serious. He'll bleed out if we don't help him. Stabilize him, quickly. Dr. McCoy will be here shortly to finish the job. Good. It looks like the captain is stabilized. We need to move. I've detected Nakul technology in engineering.
Okay, let's get to the engine room.
Someone set a bomb in here. I cannot defuse it and keep the mains online at the same time. Wait, Chekhov, is that you? You look older than me, laddie. And you, the last time I saw you was on Tarzana Station. Something was dodgy then, and it's more than a wee bit dodgy now.
It's complicated, Scotty. We've been sent back in time to keep the Enterprise from being destroyed. Aliens are trying to alter the future of the Federation. There's no time to explain. You have to trust us, old friend. We're here to help.
All right, lad. You can start by helping me keep this ship from blowing to pieces, and get rid of that bloody bomb, if you can. Divert power to the number 4 shield. Not that one.
Okay.
Divert power to the number 6 shield. Not that one.
Ugh, which one?
Divert power to the number 4 shield. Not that one. Divert power to the number 6 shield.
How about you just...
Not that one. Divert power to the number 4 shield.
Working on it.
Not that one. Divert power to the number 6 shield. Not that one.
Trying to figure this out.
Divert power to the number 2 shield. Not that one.
Yeah.
Divert power to the number 4 shield. Not that one.
Hey, twin.
Divert power to the number 4 shield.
Number 4 shield. Gets confusing somewhat.
Good work. Now check on that bomb.
Kept doing the wrong one.
Auxiliary power to weapons.
Okay, I'm getting it. It's been a while since I've done this story arc.
Good work. Now check on that bomb. Repair teams to Deck 19. Good work. Now check on that bomb. The captain's ordering me to cut the power? I see what he's about. That got him.
We can't disarm this bomb, but we need to get to that Orion ship anyway. We can take it with us.
Why not just beam it into space?
We can't let that ship be captured. It has dangerous technology on it. Scotty, I need you to trust me. That ship needs to be destroyed. You can't tell anyone what happened here. It could damage the timeline irreparably. Besides, I'm captain now, so I technically outrank you.
All right, lad. I'll take you at your word. Once you're ready, I'll send you and that bomb over. Good luck to you. Energizing. Now, what's this?
Glitch. Up, dropped something.
The Orions will lock down their ship. We need to override their security systems.
Press the right stick to crouch. Crouching gives a defensive bonus against ranged attacks, but increases damage from melee attacks.
I'm going to try to attach the bomb to the Orion ship's engine controls. I'll need you to cover me. See if you can hold them at the doorway so they can't shoot me in the back.
Alright, aye, sir. Beam us up, Daniels.
That was close. I'm glad I got you out of there in time. You're both valuable agents. Of course, no one will know what you've done today, with the exception of Commander Scott. That being said, this won't be the strangest thing he'll see in his career. Not by a long shot. Indeed. Comes with the job, I'm afraid. In the meantime, I can send you and Captain Chekhov back to your respective timelines when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready to go back.
That was quite an adventure. I think you have the makings of a fine temporal agent, my friend. As good as it was to see Enterprise again, I have other duties to attend to. We're preparing for a very serious event, the Battle of Procyon 5. That conflict will determine the... Ah, but you don't need to worry about that now. Enjoy your time on the frontier of yesteryear, a time that will never come again.
A lot could have gone wrong today. We could have lost critical figures in history. Sarek of Vulcan, James Kirk, and the crew of the Enterprise. The list is long. However, the timeline was preserved, thanks to you and Captain Chekhov. The Babel Conference proceeds as planned, and Corridan is admitted to the Federation. Well done. I'll continue to monitor the timeline for incursions. I hope I can count on you again when the time comes for action.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Sorry if I'm not saying much, I just don't really got much to say right now.
Things are heating up with the Tholians. Monitor stations are detecting large fleet movements toward Federation space, and they're refusing all of our diplomatic hails. We're doing all we can to prevent a war, but it's not looking good. I want you to join a task force I'm assembling. If this goes south, I want my best people on the front line when it does.
Yes, sir.
Stay safe out there.
The Federation shouldn't be having significant issues with the Tholians at this point in time. I've been scanning the timeline and I think I found the problem. 2 years ago, a Tholian colonial fleet was destroyed. The Tholians blamed the Federation, and increasing hostilities have ultimately led us here. This is something I'll need your help to correct.
Of course you need my help.
I've pinpointed the incident in question, setting temporal transponder back 2 years. We need to correct the timeline during the Defiance encounter with the Tholians.
Oh boy. You can never go eat. Everything always seems to want to go wrong. just doing something right quick. Ugh. Alright, let's begin.
We've arrived in 2268, and not a moment too soon. The Nakul are clearly out for blood. Tholians are quite xenophobic. They may feel the Federation is part of the problem here. We're being hailed by the Defiant. I'll remind you that our orders forbid us from telling them anything specific about the situation. I recommend deflecting their questions until the situation here is resolved.
Good to see you. We're in a real tight spot here. The Tholians were taking a serious beating when we reached the system, and the other ships opened fire on us the minute we dropped out of warp. Mind lending us a hand until we figure out what's going on?
This
was
a Tholian colony.
See if you can take a little pressure off. We need to firm up our shields.
Alright, speed up the force.
The aliens have disabled the Tholian flagship. She's in trouble.
Sir, if the Nakul kill the Queen, an entire Tholian bloodline will be wiped out.
I'm dealing with this.
Enemy boarding parties have beamed into the Tholian flagship.
Destroy the aliens. Defend the Queen.
Estimated Tholian casualties are in the thousands.
Vengeance. Vengeance for the children.
Just die already.
Warning. Under attack. Target shield unveiled.
don't suppose you have any idea what's going on here? There's nothing on these aliens in our computers or why they'd attack the Tholians, or us for that matter. All right, do what you need to do. We'll talk about all of this when the shooting stops. Deal?
Yeah, deal.
I know it doesn't feel great keeping information.
Oh, when you're dealing with temporal incursions, you have to keep it a secret. Unless you want to create a few paradoxes.
I've found appropriate transport coordinates on the Tholian flagship. Hopefully you can convince them that we're not at fault here. If the Tholians go to war with the Federation now, it would be devastating on a galactic scale.
Yep. Alright, let's equip these things. Took me a while to figure out how to activate these because I didn't know quite how to.
Reading only a few Tholian life signs.
Ouch. I gotta find the door.
The power levels on the flagship just spiked. Something wrong. I doubt the Tholians are to blame. flagship are returning to normal. Whatever you did worked. The last remaining Tholians are close to your position, and more Nakul are on their way. I'd hurry if I were you.
Oh boy.
We've stopped the ship from detonating, but the Nakul. They've killed Tholian colonists and even hatchlings ruthlessly. What they've done here is an atrocity.
Humanoid command. Why did you kill your kind? This is irrational. Explain. Federation, Nakul. All humanoids are the same. Chaotic, irrational, peaceful, then not. Warring, then you leave. Those you call Nakul killed our people. Our children, all are dead. Our sisters must know. Leave now, Federation. Leave us to our final task. You cannot help us. Too late. The hatchlings slaughtered. The colonists lost. Nothing can help in the face of this terror. We must send our message. Others will come. Leave now.
We've got enemy ships on an intercept course, including a dreadnought. We won't last long against a force like that.
Continue to fight Nakul. Keep them from us while we contact our sisters. If you speak truly, you will not betray us.
I've been monitoring the Tholian Queen's progress. She hasn't been able to send the signal to her people. Orders?
Okay, let's have a little chat. What's the situation here? Where did those alien ships come from? I'd like some straight answers for a change. And I don't need to know, right? I read you, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. That big alien ship is still heading our way. Let's focus on that. Here they come.
At least I got a Constitution class.
We just lost our engine. take a while for Chief Engineer to work a few miracles. That dreadnought is coming in fast.
Yeah, well, I got this frigate I gotta deal with.
My engineers are gonna need time. A lot more time. More ships inbound to our location. The alien dreadnought is concentrating fire on the Tholian flagship.
Yeah, man, will you just die already? Where did he go? I hate it when he does that. Knocks me in that freaking tractor beam.
Target shields have failed.
Federation. You have proven you are different, rational. This pleases us. We have sent word to our sisters. The Nakul will pay. The Federation will not. Now, vengeance for the slaughter of a generation. Vengeance for our children.
The Queen's message has been sent through subspace and... Yes! The timeline is correcting itself. Good work. Now, we just need to help with... Oh no. The Queen is going to full impulse. She's gonna ram the Nakul Dreadnought! No. I'm afraid that this is their fate. This is one of the hardest things about being a temporal agent. We can only make the changes we have to make, not the ones we want to make. I'm afraid there's not. History states that the Defiant went missing, only to be found here weeks later by the Enterprise. Though they're lost, we now know that they played an important role in keeping the Federation safe, in protecting the timeline. For what it's worth, I will be sure their heroism is included in my report. The Tholians will remember this as well. This encounter may lead them to be more inward-focused, avoiding conflicts with the Federation, for the time being. At the very least, they will know that it wasn't the Federation that was responsible for the destruction of their colony convoy.
Yeah, that's kind of a cold comfort.
Captain Archer had similar concerns when I worked with him. We often disagreed, but in the end, we were able to work past our differences and do the right thing. I hope you and I can do the same. Leaving Defiant to her fate was a hard choice, but it saved untold billions of lives. That has to count for something.
It does, but it still doesn't make me feel any better.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Change out of this thing. Might have saved billions, but it's still not. It's still kind of cold. Get rid of these things. Just take up space, and I don't really need them unless I need them. Alright, last mission of this,
We have a situation in the Caleb system. The Klingons are massing a battle fleet in that sector, and it's pointed at Federation space. I'm leading a force to respond to this aggression, and I want you to be a part of it. If they cross the line, we need to be ready for anything.
Aye, sir.
Stay safe out there.
This is a pivotal moment in Federation history. The Nakul may attempt to disrupt it somehow, change the course of time. We'll need to look for signs of temporal flux. If they show up, we'll need to deal with them, no matter what.
I understand, Daniels, but it still doesn't make me feel any better. Crossing into the Vulcan sector. Argalius sector. Right along the Nitro zone. Approaching Caleb 4.
All hands, this is Admiral Garrett aboard the USS Yorktown. I'm the commanding officer of this task force. Our long-range sensor platforms have detected a Klingon battle fleet massing near this system. At the moment, they're attacking our subspace relay network in order to disrupt communications and long-range surveillance in this sector. We have the Klingons outnumbered at this time. Should they abandon reason and follow a standard attack doctrine, fire to disable their ships if possible. A strong show of force should send them back to their side of the line. All ships go to yellow alert. Garrett out.
Aye, sir. Hi, Mom.
Klingon formation is ready. All ships, give chase. Oh, hey Adam. Sorry, I mistaken my brother or my mom that turned the light off. This is Garrett. Execute Battle Plan Sigma 4. Repeat, execute Concentrate fire on the lasers. We need to protect them.
Walked into that ambush.
The mighty Federation has been brought to heel at last by the Klingon Empire. Those who remain shall know mercy in return for your unconditional surrender. We Klingons can be gracious in victory, though should you wish to die in battle with honor, guide you.
I'm picking up a temporal anomaly on one of the Klingon ships. It's consistent with readings we've seen at previous Nakul incursions. They're trying to interfere with the timeline again. Leave that to me. I'll modify the transporter and beam you over, past their shields. Once on board, free the ship and neutralize the anomaly if you can. Hurry. We're literally running out of time.
Don't have much of a choice, do we? How's work? One of those days. Hopefully it'll be over soon.
The captain. There are intruders in the engineering section. Eliminate them immediately.
Wrong door.
to finish them now. All of them. You don't understand how dangerous they are.
I don't need to do anything. Do not forget who is captain here and who is merely a visitor.
I've given you the means to victory. I suggest you use them now.
Noted. Though it seems we have other concerns now.
I warned you, Core. Deal with this. Don't fail me.
Well, well. I was hoping for Kirk, but I got you. Pity. So you're the Federation globflies who found their way onto my ship. A bold maneuver, to be sure. Bold or not, you remain insects. A minor nuisance to be exterminated, swiftly and without mercy. And in that way, we are alike, for we both are here to help ourselves. Today, I will take what I want in the Empire's name and use it to utterly defeat the Federation. And the Nakul? Should the time for war come, we will meet them in glorious battle. But for now, our goals align. A valiant effort, little fly. But it is over!
Oops.
Glorious!
We're outmatched here. Disengage under best possible power.
Well done. Thanks for the help.
Nice work. I owe you one.
Make for heading 265 Mark 10. Best speed.
Run while you can, Starfleet. You won't get far.
Kobayashi Maru all over again.
Rear shield.
At least one Starfleet officer has the courage to die well. Tommy Moon, Tommy.
Dead. Your ship was destroyed in combat while protecting the retreat of Admiral Garrett's forces. Your sacrifice allowed Garrett to warn Starfleet about Klingon cloaking tech, but your ship was lost with all hands. At least, that's what's in the history books. I've brought you and the crew members I could save to the early 25th century. You're being recruited as a temporal agent. Since you're dead, we're giving you a new identity. We have a speed training and reacclimation process that will help you to fit in. I know this is a bit unusual, but you'll get used to it. Believe me when I say it's better than the alternative.
So I get a 100-year crash course, 150-year crash course learning in a few seconds. Well, for the this is pretty much the end game for the TOS story arc. I'm just gonna go through all this stuff right quick, but more or less, I am done with the TOS story arc. So, just let me do this right quick.
Welcome, nerds. Space Dock. Busy day on the holodeck, sir? I love dressing up for those historical holo novels, too. My Harry Mudd costume took first prize last year. That being said, you're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all. You're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of...
Well, I want to thank everyone for watching. I think next episode, if I do another one, will be next one I will do will be the Romulan story arcs. So I don't know when I'm gonna do that, but I want to thank everyone for watching. This is Hammer. Please give me a follow here on Mixer. Also check out my brother Captain Paladin LP on Twitch. Also subscribe to our channel Super Paladin Brothers on YouTube. I want to thank everyone for watching and have a good night.